Hello again, cheesy minions, and yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say about anything right here, so let's just go ahead and get with the battle. This is DJ Prime, and I've battled him, I think, 2 times in the past. I think both times in RU. This time, however, I believe we're doing NU, so a tier below, and let's see how it turns out. So, he is going to go ahead and lead with the Rotom, as I just decided to lead with Steelix. And I decided just to, just go for the Stealth Rush right off the bat. Don't really see a reason not to. But it's a female avatar. I'm pretty sure he's a dude, though. Not entirely sure, actually. But that's okay. Gender pronouns are always a thing I struggle with in Pokemon. So, yeah, she's gonna burn me. I'm just gonna call her she, because it's a female avatar. So, yeah. She burns me, I set up Stealth Rocks, that kind of sucks. I'm just going to go for the Dragon Tail. It's pretty much phase, whatever, and it ends up getting, pushing her into the Aerodactyl, so that's actually not horrible, because it's going to go ahead and take 25% of that thing's life. I do have the Gyro Ball. I'm kind of hoping that she's going to try to go for the Stealth Rocks, and I can actually just go for that to hopefully kill the Aerodactyl. Obviously, Aerodactyl is one of the fastest Pokemon ever, and Steelix is pretty darn slow. Even then, I am burned, so my attack is halved. And unfortunately, the Aerodactyl lived. It lived for like 1 or 2 HP, and it didn't even come down to its freaking Focus Sash. So that kind of blows. She is able to set up the Stealth Rocks, and I do have a Rapid Spinner. But then again, so does she. She has the Blastoise. I have my Hitmonlee, but yeah, gonna be able to kill the Aerodactyl. But the thing hits me down to pretty much pretty much nearly dead after the Earthquake. So in comes the Blastoise, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of thinking that a Rapid Spin might be coming, or a Scald, predicting my Mismagius, because I do have a Spin blocker in this team, in my Mismagius. So I decided to actually go for the Stealth Rocks, predicting a Rapid Spin this turn, and actually I was kind of predicting a Scald, maybe to kill me, but if he does go for the Rapid Spin, then I just set up the Stealth Rocks again. So it's kind of like Prediction War here. She goes for another Rapid Spin as I stay on Steelix, and I'm like, okay. After this turn, I'm going to try to go into Mismagius to Spin Block. I really don't want to take a Scald on the switch. Mismagius does have decent special defense. I am a Calm Minder set, but, a Staff Scald is going to do a little bit more damage than I would really like to take on my Mismagius, especially if I can get a free Calm Mind instead, or even better, a sub. But I'm just going to go for my Mismagius now, my sexy lady Pokemon that I barely use anymore, and, unfortunately, she goes for the Scald! So she played that really well, and gets the Scald on my Mismagius on the Switch, does more than half, and of course, she gets the burn, so that sucks. And yeah, so I'm burned, and I end up going for the Calm Mind. I actually probably should have went just straight for it. Actually, no, Calm Mind is the right play, because I probably can't live another Scald without one. So at the very least, after a Calm Mind, I should be able to do at least a +1. If I just went for the Shadow Ball, I think I would have died of that Scald. So actually that was the right play, to go for the Calm Mind to get the X 1.5 damage here before my Mismagius unfortunately goes down. I do want to get damage on this Blastoise, and judging by how well it takes it actually only takes about half. I'm kind of thinking this might actually be specially bulky Blastoise, which is not really what I wanted to see, honestly. I do know that it's not Assault Fest, because it obviously has the leftovers, but it's taking those special hits a little better than I thought it would. So, yeah, so the Blastoise is going to switch out against my Hitmonlee. She goes straight into Rotom, a move I actually predicted, going for the knockoff, instead of, obviously the fighting move. So, yeah, this is actually a Scarf Hitmonlee. I kind of predicted that she would try to Spin Block me, or predict a fighting move, to, obviously take down Blastoise, but instead I get what I wanted. She does have the Berry that resists Dark-type moves, but, yeah, it's still going to be a 2-hit KO either way, as Medicham comes in, and this is obviously just normal Medicham, but I don't think I can kill with a knockoff, so I'm going to go into my Steelix, plus this thing can carry, like, Fake Out and stuff, so, yeah, she's just going to go for the Zen Headbutt, which will take down my Steelix, but obviously that was just Death Fodder. As you can see, it's a Life Orb Medicham, and I'm just going to go my Sigilyph, and here I make a really dumb play. For some reason, I was thinking that she would definitely switch, fearing like a Flying move, or, she might not have something that super affect me, but she has the Thunder Punch, or the Ice Punch, probably, and she does go for the Thunder Punch, which does kill my Sigilyph! So that was a really bad play. I should have just went for the attacking move right off the bat, but I really thought she would switch, and that's, just lose my Sigilyph for nothing. So in comes my Executor, and this is one of the same Executor Source set I tried a little while ago. I probably can actually put a better berry on this thing other than a citrus berry at this point, but whatever. So there's the high jump kick. It nearly kills me. Thankfully I do live, but I only am able to set up the leech seed on this thing. And yeah, I'm kind of in a bind. She probably should try to kill me, but she's probably thinking I have Protect or something. So she doesn't want to risk it. She goes into the Magmortar, which thank God she did. I was going for a substitute, hoping that high jump kick would miss. But this puts me actually in a really nice position because Harvest activates. I have the substitute here against the Magmortar. And Magmortar's, fire moves are actually neutral against me, and I can just go and set up a leech seed on this thing now. She does try to go for a Flame Charge to raise her speed, so I guess it's a physical Magmortar, which is something I don't think I've ever seen. But it works out for me because I can just set the leech seed on this thing. It doesn't even break the sub, so that's not bad at all because that puts me actually, after this harvest, back into the green. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. Although she does have that Vileplume, which is what I got wondering why she wasn't going into it earlier. But in comes the Vileplume now, as I believe I just go for another substitute, thinking that she might break my sub. So that's a bad move. And the only attacking move I have on this thing is Dragon Hammer. I'm hoping it'll do decent damage, hoping for a specially bulky Vileplume. She does have the Sludge Bomb, unfortunately. No, I don't go with the Dragon Hammer quite yet. I think I go for the substitute just to see what she would try to do, knowing that it's pretty much free because I obviously trigger my Citrus Berry after that. And yeah, so I do get back to the green, and I'm just going to try the Dragon Hammer now. She ends up going for the Giga Drain, which is odd. At first, you might think it's because of a switch, but really, my last Pokemon are the Typhlosion and Hitmonlee, so both of those Pokemon would take more damage from Sludge Bomb, so I really don't know what she's going for here, aside from maybe she didn't want to break the sub. I mean, I don't know. It seems like a really bizarre thing to do. Maybe she just wanted extra healing, but my Dragon Hammer is going to outpace this pretty severely. And yeah, I X4 resist Giga Drain with Executor, so not really sure what she's going for. But there is the Sludge Bomb again to finally break the sub, finally. I do have a lot of bulk on this Executor, but I don't think I can take a Sludge Bomb at this range. I'm going to go ahead and try for it. I really would like to KO with the Vileplume, but unfortunately, yeah, she's going to be able to connect with the Sludge Bomb, but not before I'm actually able to cripple this Vileplume. So the Vileplume is down to red. I'm going to go out to my Typhlosion now. It's going to take 25% on switch-in, but Eruption is still going to do decent damage to pretty much everything. I'm just going to go for that. Unfortunately, she now has quite a few good switch-ins now for this Eruption, including Magmortar and Blastoise. So in comes the Magmortar again. I really should have switched out this turn, but I decided just to go for the Eruption. I wanted to see how much it would do. It's actually not going to do a whole lot. But yeah, she's just going to go for the Mach Punch, which is actually a pretty good play as a priority move, but it doesn't really do that much, actually. So I don't know. I know this is a weird Magmortar set. I'm just going to go ahead and switch out. I go out into my Hitmonlee again, hoping I'll take the Mach Punch okay. And she does go for the Mach Punch, so that is pretty neat. And I'm just going to go for the knockoff. I don't want to go for the high jump kick in fearing that it'll miss. And unfortunately, though, Flame Body triggers. And I was so mad because, like, who uses Flame Body Magmortar? Vital Spirit is usually the better play, but that 30% burn is actually really bad because it allows her to go to Medicham now to kill my Hitmonlee. As you can see, I would have definitely killed if I didn't have my attack nerfed. And I was really hoping for damage on that Blastoise with my Hitmonlee, so that's really not good. I do have the Hidden Power Grass on my Typhlosion, and it's going to come down to whether I can KO a half-dead Blastoise with the Hidden Power Grass, but I know that Blastoise is carrying some special bulk, so I'm going to be able to take down the Medicham, and it's going to come down to this, hoping that I can KO this Blastoise at this range below half. Go for the Hidden Power Grass. Come on, Typhlosion! Oh, crud. Yeah, definitely especially bulky Blastoise, but it kind of makes me kind of mad, that burn, though, because she wouldn't be able to go into the Medicham if it, at least Medicham would have just instantly died if she hadn't burned me if she tried it. And I would have been able to get some damage on that Blastoise, which is what I really needed to be able to sweep with Typhlosion, but that's how it goes sometimes, my friends. Good game there, DJ Prime. Definitely a really, really strong one. And we'll have to have another battle again real soon. So today's question of the day is going to be, turn around. Turn around from exactly where you're sitting right at this moment. Just do it quickly. What is the first thing your eye catches when you turn around? As for me, it is actually my Magic the Gathering card collection, which is in this weird white box but it's actually my cube, and I also have a few decks. But yeah, so that's like the first thing that caught my eye. Thought this would be an interesting question of the day. If it's something that's you probably should mention, you might want to be discreet. But yeah, thought this would be kind of interesting just to see what is behind you at this moment. All right, leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Later.